Let's go talk to Buddy over here. Tenochtitlan. On an island in a large lake at the bottom of a valley, you reach Tenochtitlan. From a distance, you can already tell that the city is incredibly rich, with a beautiful temple district, the pyramids of which rise proudly above the canopy of the surrounding forest. Enter the city. On your way towards the long earth causeways that lead across the lake to the island, you are intercepted by a large contingent of warriors led by heavily armed soldiers in particularly eagle costumes. They approach you respectfully, but with some apprehension. Maintaining a safe distance barely close enough to communicate without shouting, the most extravagantly decorated eagle warrior addresses you. Children of the Sun, we welcome you to Tenochtitlan. Our great Tlatoani Matsuzume Tenochtitlan invites you to his palace. Your interpreter leaves the title of Tlatoani in the translation, but quickly adds that it refers to the emperor. So basically, the emperor of the Aztecs. Proceed to the city. The greeting party divides in two to allow you to your passage and forms up behind you as an escort, following you across the causeway into the city. Up close, the city of Tenochtitlan almost defies description. It's as large as a European city you've ever visited, easily rivaling Sevilla or Cordoba for size. Its towering temples and palaces are richly decorated in blue and red, and its streets are filled with people who scatter before you and stare as you pass. Your troops are visibly struck with awe by the size and sophistication of the city. You pass through an enormous market building bustling with activity, probably twice as large as the market of Sevilla. The members of your expedition are struggling to take it all in, gaping at the crowns, the buildings, the sheer enormity of it all. Meanwhile, your feathered escorts are clearing a path towards the largest and most beautiful of all the palaces, all the while making sure none of your people stray from the path. So, here we are. The capital of the Aztecs. Ah, cool. Yeah, there's also merchants running around as always, so that's a thing. Alright, so, let's get this done. The Palace of Tenochtitlan is really only one of several places in the city, but it's distinguished by being the grandest and not coincidentally the one currently in use by residents of the city's emperor, Matsuzume, the Younger. And by the way, there's like, you know, a younger and like an older guy that were basically named as just like, you know, his name, but whatever. So let's meet with the emperor. You are led through the palace to a large and beautiful garden where Matsuzume himself seems to be conducting some administrative business with a handful of nobles. You are respectfully instructed to wait at the entrance to the heavily secured garden until the emperor is ready to see you. The great emperor appears to be about 40 years old, of a hefty height and build, and a light skin for an Aztec. His hair is short and his beard is well trimmed and thin. He carries himself with an air one would expect of a great ruler, yet he greets you in a respectful and gentle manner. Honored guests, you are in the presence of the Emperor Matsuzume of the Aztec Empire. Tell me, by what name would you be known? So, Great Matsuzume, my name is DFuxa and these are my warriors. The Emperor sees your name with a dignified nod. You are not the first children of the sun who have come to my lands, but you are the first of your kind to enter Tenochtitlan. As such, you shall be a guest of honor in my palace for as long as you desire. So let's continue. So, at this point, Mercedes Valena leans in and whispers in your ear. I believe it would be beneficial for diplomatic relations if we offered the Emperor a gift of some kind. So, basically, can offer this guy a gift, so let's offer this guy some medicine. You order your servants to bring forth a lockbox of treasure from the caravan and present it to the Matsuzume as a gift. Matsuzume looks over the spoils with a pleased expression, and in turn gets his servants to bring out a set of finely crafted weapons from his personal collection. The Aztec Emperor himself further presents you with a gold disc and a silver disc that you recognize as a calendar of the Aztecs. So basically, he gives us some gifts and some equipment. We get, you know, loot some medicine. When the formalities are dispensed with, you and your people are led from the throne room to an adjacent area where you're met by a tall, strong man in his 30s, who you recognize from your audience with Matsuzume. Venerable guests, I am privileged to meet you. My name is Quadpetla. I am Takosa to the Matsuzume zone. So basically, this guy's like a servant. Your interpreter hesitates for a moment, desperately grasping for a good translation of this guy. Quetzal seems to pick up on it, and he pauses halfway through the introduction and washes the translator with a wry smile. Your interpreter eventually settles on High General, and he basically carries on. Our great Emperor has appointed me to maintain diplomatic and strategic relations with you and your people. If there is anything more you desire from us, tell me, and we will discuss it. Perhaps there is something we can do for you in our position as outsiders, a show of goodwill toward your great empire. He hesitates. It is not the habit of this empire to ask others to solve our problems. Nevertheless, his eyes narrow, but a knowing smile plays at your corner of his lips. How do you expect to be compensated by your aid? So basically, you can see, like, I seem to enjoy blends of gold and jewels. I only wish to establish a good working relationship. So let's just say, like, good gold and jewels. The Aztec High General displays the amusement of a man who has burst into a dark and familiar room, only to find himself at home. There is one matter where we might benefit from the sense of as you say, outsiders. In addition to the gratitude of Tenochtitlan and the great Montezuma, you and your people will receive treasures, food, and medicine from our royal stores. What can I do to aid our Aztec allies? To the west lies the Aztec settlement called Conquistador. They have neglected to send regular shipment of food to the capital. The people of Tenochtitlan depend on these shipments from the outlying farming community to survive. Conquistador is a part of the heart of our empire, and when we moved against them militarily, it could have undesirable political repercussions. So, I will visit them and convince them to relinquish the food they owe to, the city. I will look into the matter. He nods sternly. I believe you will find that the matter is straightforward. Return to me with everything resolved. Continue. Alright, so he thanks you for your time and calls in 2 eagle warriors to escort you out of the palace. If you're not mistaken, he's chuckling quite quietly in disbelief as you leave. So basically, like, he wants me to go over to, like, the place with, like, problems, I guess, like the, smallpox and such, and at least he deals with them. So that's basically what he wants us to do. By the way, here's, like, the temple. So the temples of Tenochtitlan aren't entirely pleased to welcome you. You're not allowed to pass beyond the entrance to the temple, but their high priest, Monty, meets you outside to do business. It's well known that the Aztec religion is mostly based around human sacrifice, and you can hear screams of anguish emanate from the inner halls of the temple. So you can sacrifice if you want to, but let's talk to the high priest. Monty is a tall and thin man in his 30s, with a persistent cruel glint in his eye. Before you're even all the way through the introductions, he pulls you and your translator aside to talk in private. By now, it should be clear to you that I am an influential man in the city. A favor owed to me is a significant advantage to anyone here. Judging by his outfit and the way his slaves and servants act around him, there's no question that this is the case. Likewise, it is clear to anyone but the greatest, most oblivious fool that you and your people are forced to be reckoned with. Now, permit me to ask you this question. How familiar are you with the area around the city? I've only just arrived. That is as I expected. I wish to talk to you about one of the dark secrets of Tenochtitlan, a blemish on the glorious history of our nation. A band of women roam the jungles in the west of the city, led by a woman named Tenochtitlan. I'm afraid I have not encountered such a group. No matter. All you must understand is that our history with Tenochtitlan and her band of revolutionaries is dark and troubled. It would be in our best interest if she was basically removed from our lands. Monty puts quite a bit of stress on our, and it's clear that he speaks for the higher caste of the city. So, I will see what I can do about this. So we're going to see, like, I have no part in this. The high priest's face displays a peculiar smile, mixing malevolence and gratitude in a way you had previously never imagined to be possible. Return to me with Tenochtitlan's talisman when you have executed a solution. Her fate is all I care about. Her sisters will be no affront to us without their most notorious war chief. Alright, it's basically like, as a goal to kill her. As Monty retreats back into his temple, you get a feeling he has something altogether more personal at stake than the reputation of the city. So there we go, that's done. Here's the market. So the marketplace is found in Tatacoto, which turns out to be a sister city that lies right next to the capital of the Aztecs. On the northern part of the island, its market is enormous, and perhaps twice the size of the city of Seville, and brimming of food and trinkets The merchants are friendly and subservient, but as the city is very rich, their prices are fairly steep. So basically, they have very cheap like, prices. It goes to like the artisans here. They have like, spikes and net traps. So most of the items on sale in the market are everyday objects of little use to you. However, after trawling for useless junk for the longest time, you manage to locate the few scattered skulls where artisans from outside the city are peddling supplies and for trappers and warriors. Spike traps and net traps are both on sale for 400 apiece. And by the way, I can see like they have preposterous prices, so I won't be buying anything from these guys. As you navigate the narrow streets in a sprawling market, an Aztec man steps into your path. He is dressed in fine clothes, with an ostentatious hat and much jewelry adorning to his upper body. He speaks slowly, picking his words carefully, evidently with a broad and precise vocabulary, which seems to rush off on your interpreter. Child of the sun, I am honored to be in your presence. I am Metla. I have been observing you for some time, and it's clear that you have an interest in good business. What is it to you? The path that you took to this great city, did it also take you through the city of Texcoco to the north? I've been to Texcoco, I guess. I think I have. I have recently had the misfortune to deal with the commander of the warriors defending Texcoco. He is the most stubborn and entitled eagle warrior by the name of Teotl. This man has made some utterly unreasonable demands of my associates, and lately has had the audacity to issue threats should we fail to yield to these demands. How does this involve me? I lack the necessary weight to dissuade Teotl from applying further pressure to me and my associates here in Tenochtitlan. My hope is that you or anyone in your group will take Teotl out of the picture and bring his shield to me as proof. I am in possession of a large amount of valuable metals, and I much surrender to you out of gratitude for your assistance. Will he not simply be replaced? My contacts in Texcoco tell me that Teotl's warriors are growing tired of his selfish crusade. His most loyal Sarvorans will undoubtedly back him up if he is attacked, but most of his force will be released to be rid of him. They will not continue to pursue his goals when he is gone. So what are his demands? Who are these associates of yours? Is this in our city-state? Blah, blah, all this other stuff. What are his demands? He must have a tragic smile. That we deliver 3 sacks of corn seeds to him. His demands grow more insistent with every week that goes by, but we cannot simply give away our goods. We all have debts to repay. And who are these associates of yours? Like myself, they are only humble merchants trying to make a living in this grand empire. Is Texcoco in our city-state? He clears his throat. Texcoco is the capital of the Akolihu people. They are our allies in the Triple Alliance. The city is regarded as a cultural center of our great empire, and Kyoto has been stationed there with his warriors to help protect the city from outside forces. So I'll find and deal with them. The merchant bows his head gratefully. Return to me when the matter is resolved, and you will be richly rewarded. So basically, there's like lots of stuff you can basically do here, like the Aztec capital, as you can see. Now, this episode has actually gone quite a bit here, I guess. So I may want to try and conclude, I guess, a little bit at this point. So let's see here. We're just gonna go up this way, I think. And more of the Aztecs villages over here. Let's just go over here for now. And you guys can do some hunting. Oh, lost more rations again, but whatever. I guess we're gonna mess at this point, so I'll probably stop trading or getting them to process that for now. But while I'm at it, I should probably make sure you're equipping your stuff here. So you equip this, you equip this. Up here is the farms, I guess, from the Aztec farms. So that's a thing. And there we go. There's the Charter Lakes out of the way. Alright, so that's basically over there. But yeah, as I basically was applying at the start of this episode, we're gonna make our way back to towards the fortress. So let's just get our way back over there, I guess. The farmer. You meet a native on the road. He is in his best years and looks quite strong, but years of work have already chiseled deep lines in his face. He walks with an empty cart, which is being dragged by 2 strong, healthy, delicious-looking oxen. He stops as you approach, and you warily wait for your expedition to pass. Greetings! He kneels. I am unworthy. What is your name, peasant? He looks rather confused that you might care to know. I'll tell you, sire. So basically it would be like, you know, will you sell me both your oxen? I will buy one of your oxen. You know, this sort of stuff. Note, by the way, it said like they look delicious looking, so everybody eating his oxen, so safe travels. We might deal with him, you know, later if I really want food, but you know, we don't really need it right now, so we'll just leave him alone. Alright, we can install our maps at this point, so you can do that. And before I forget, I should probably make myself a lantern, because I can do that right now. And you can just go hunting. Alright, there we go. Tractor Lake is out of the way. I got a little bit more experience for it. Just 50 experience for that one. Yeah, apparently I got free torches apparently for my patrolling activities, which is nice. We'll come back here at some point, but we're not going to do these guys right now. We're just going to go right to our fortress for the end of this episode, I think. I do like herbs still, so let's go pick these up. And back I go. Yes, back into the plains I go. Alright, let's get you to do some more. Let's see here. Can't make a cannonball, I guess. I don't have the oil for it. So make a net trap. You do some hunting. Preserving. At this point, the only thing I really want to make is, like, you know, more of, like, these cannonballs, but I might start making, like, you know, other stuff, I guess, to basically, you know, do my battles with. And back up here we keep going. Another city I'll be passing through again, but whatever, that's fine. Plentiful pigs. I like plentiful pigs. Hunting. Back up the road I go. Oh, there's the merchant. We're just going to leave him alone. And on I keep going. All the resources I keep finding on the roads. It's always nice. Okay, got some stuff to reserve. And we're back at the fortress. Alright, so to conclude this episode, we're just going to basically play our time here, so put my horses to pasture. We'll do a prayer. And pious people basically happy. Alright, so here's the Fortress Tavern. So a few expedition members are sitting in a corner, chatting over a glass of wine. Workers and off-duty guards have assembled in small clusters around the room. Gaspar comes out from the kitchen to greet you as you enter. So I can buy around for everyone, but you know, we only have good morale, so let's say anything I should know about Gaspar. Gaspar picks up a glass of polish and smiles. I don't hear a lot of complaining from your people. They generally seem to be in good spirits. They trust in your leadership and are satisfied with the way your expedition has been going so far. In my opinion, you have nothing to worry about, Capitan. So there we go. Alright, so, Umbro people, once are, they're done the workshop and are cleaning up my disposal. At the workshop, you can ask your artisans to set aside a certain type of crafting material every week. They paid to you as rent for using the workshop. Returning right away to collect these materials or to change which material you will, they will pay you. So now I'm gonna use like the workshop to do stuff. Here's like the barracks. Got like a lot of soldiers now. Your barracks houses 248 soldiers, a decent sized company, and a good start towards a full battalion. Though you won't be taking on the Aztec Empire with these men alone. So there you go. Let's expand the fortress. Umbro receives you in his office as usual. Capitan, I hope your presence here means you will be undertaking a new project. I have many ideas for things to build or improve. Here, let's discuss the options. So, at this point, I really should be getting myself the storeroom at this point to get it done, but I'm probably going to get the trade flowing post right now because it'll basically take the longest to do right now. That's what I'm thinking. So I could just get this done. I was like, let's like do a really quick expedition. So I'm able to do this right now. And I'll basically get a lot of my reasons out of the way here. So, first refers to storerooms. Refurbishing the storerooms will enable you to deposit resources in the fortress, where they will be safe from bandits and savages. It'll take 5 days and cost you 2 valuables. So they do basically storerooms that unlock basically an achievement in this game where you basically if you store 50,000 valuables, you'll basically be able to get an achievement. And the storeroom is basically your way of basically doing this in this game. So we'll do this. Yes, it's about time we fix up those old storerooms. We'll get started at once. So an event. Here's the workshop, by the way. So, the new workshop is a spacious building with large doors and opens out to the courtyard packed with carts. A handful of artisans have already arrived from Hispaniola and are busily unpacking their tools and settling in. A stocky young man with short, messy hair and a friendly smile strolls out to meet you in the courtyard. I am DFuxa. Are you the master of this workshop? He wipes his right hand on his apron and extends it in a greeting. A great pleasure to make your acquaintance, Senora. My name is Alvaro de Manancho, and yes, indeed I am a master here. You seem quite young to be a master artisan. I will grant you that, but I am eager to demonstrate that I am fully deserving the title. How do you plan to run this operation, Senor de Manancho? Most of what we produce here will be shipped back to Santo Domingo by order of the governor, but we will set aside a generous portion of the materials for your contribution, as rent for workshop. If you tell us what materials you need the most, we will apply ourselves to producing it. Return here whenever it suits you to collect your cut. So, can you build things for me like trash barricades and so on? Alvaro rubs his chin pensively. What an unusual request, but yes, I suppose we can, as long as you're fine with paying fairly for our work. Before we get to that, however, we should agree on what you want Collector to do. So, I'm obviously going to basically get this guy to get me oil because we're using it a lot, so you should refine oil. As you wish, Capitan. We'll set aside a portion of our oil for you each and every day from now on. Alright, so I like to order construction of some items. I like to change the nature of my dues, blah blah. So no here basically get this guy to construct stuff for you. So Alvaro produces a piece of paper and a small piece of charcoal. How can I be assistant, Senora? So basically build barricades, torches, caltraps, cannonballs, lanterns. Basically all the stuff you can get this guy to build for you except for net traps. So that's the only thing. I require a lantern. So with this oil, lanterns are very volatile. They will be 700 valves apiece. So a cannonball. Making cannonballs is dangerous business. We will charge you 500 valves for each round. So basically, stuff basically to make here. I need some more caltraps. Of course, your grace. One bag of caltraps will cost you this many stuff. There's torches. And then barricades. So basically, you can build stuff here. The only thing I really probably want to buy from this guy is like lanterns, because they're like very, very expensive to make, like with oil. But whatever. So Alvaro puts away his notes, and he is annoyed by your change of heart. He doesn't show it. So there we go. Leave. So basically, there's my fortress basically being done. I'll note at this point, by the way, in this episode, we're probably going to start doing some like the Aztec goals at this point, and then from there on, we'll basically start going into the south west part of the map, because there's a lot to explore over here as well. But we'll get to that when we get to it. And hope you guys have enjoyed thus far. One more save here, basically. And I'll see you guys next time. But for now, take care.